jar of fluency. You can see that both stills are currently running. This is a rather old fluency, and it will be one that we will be replacing in the summertime. And then it will appear in our museum. This particular one dates back to about 1898. Here we have the edge of our mill, where we mill the malted barley at approximately 1 ton per hour. So we're taking the malted barley, which we're receiving like this, and we're milling into the grist, for which we will extract the sugar and chocolate. We installed the mill in 2007, and it will take roughly 1.5 hours each day to turn the malt into grist for distilling. Thank you. Here we have the traditional worm tanks at Edredar. These are made from copper, and they're roughly about 5-6 feet tall on the wash still. We had this one replaced in 2007, and the coppersmith who replaced it discovered his grandfather's initials and signature on the bottom part of the piping. This fermentation has about another 20 hours to go. At Edredar we do a fermentation which lasts anything from 48 to 50 hours. And at the end of that fermentation we end up with like a white beer, which is perhaps about 8% alcohol. The fermentation takes place in these Oregon pine washbacks, which are about 40 years old. And the interaction of the wash with the Oregon pine adds a nicer flavour, more complete flavour, we believe, than stainless steel modern equivalent. Thank you. Okay. Dates back to 1910. In fact, the very equivalent unit was advertised in Alfred Barnard's book when he visited all the distilleries in the 1880s. Every morning, the grist and hot water are fed into the mash tun, and with the first water we will add about 3,500 litres to bring it up to the top, allow it to settle, and then drain the water, which will be passed through the water refrigerator upstairs, which we saw earlier on. We have finished taking the hot waters off for today, so we are just left with the draft in the tank. And in a short time the farmer will come along and remove this onto the wagon, and he will take it and feed it to his sheep and cattle. So none of this will be wasted. We have extracted the sugars which we need for alcohol, and the farmer's sheep and cattle will benefit with the draft. Thank you. here we are at the heart of Edinburgh Distillery with our small stills, the smallest in Scotland. The wash, when it is presented to the wash still, is about 8% alcohol. The stills are fired by steam, and the alcoholic vapors rise up the neck of the still. After the first distillation, the spirit will be about 20% alcohol, and the spirit is gathered to the spirit safe, and then passed all the way up to the charger for the next distillation. After the second distillation, the spirit will have increased to about 70% by alcohol. In the second still, you will see this parboil neck, which provides another rejection point for the vapors rising up the neck of the stills. And the character of the stills that we have, which are short and dumpy, provide a heavier, oilier style of spirit, which is at the heart of the Edinburgh malt. Thank you. So here we have the worm that previously sat in the wash still. We replaced this in 2007, and you'll see it's roughly 5 feet tall. Thank you.
樽にウイスキーを入れるところを見せてもらいます。
No, no, you. Yeah. Here at Edinburgh, we fill 3 times per week, on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Have you opened it now, Jack? We're currently filling into Woodford Reserve bourbon barrels, which have just been received. And this cask will hold about 180 litres. Because we're filling into the smallest size of casks that we fill at Edinburgh, we will fill 19 of these this week. If we were filling into sherry casks, which are much, much bigger, these hold 530 litres, we would only fill 7 casks. So 6 days production, 7 sherry butts can be filled, or 6 days production, 19 bourbon barrels. Thank you. Okay, so we let me put that in back, yeah? Perfect, Jack. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thanks, Jack.
これでね、もう光る。字が汚いのには変わんないな。